Well, hello everybody, Ian here. Well, it's been a very frustrating week here with Bontofts. No progress to report this week, really. So I've spent a lot of time working here on the tipping point, trying to devise some kind of new tipping method. Here's a template for a tipping ramp. Didn't work. Here's a piece of rail that I tried to use in a different profile for a tipping ramp. Didn't work. Here's another profile of tipping ramp that I was trying, and guess what? That's right, it didn't work. So it looks like we could well be sticking with the same old method that we had last time. Unless one last thing I would try is a person with arms that push and look like they're pushing a wagon over. I saw Giles Favell has a motorized version on his 7mm scale layout, and I thought, well, maybe I could fashion something to work in 16mm if I could find a figure with the right sort of arms, maybe. So I would remove some of this here and have him stood there, and he would then push out and the wagon would then tip over like that. I would keep this bar in here because, well, that keeps the wagons on the tracks. So the one thing I have done here this week is I've moved the uprighting rail to just here on the dock so that it tips the wagon back up straight there. And it also kind of looks like a safety handrail of some description there, so it doesn't look obviously bad. So anyway, that's what we've done this week. A little disappointing, really. So that's not much of a report this week, so I'm going to leave you with something a little bit interesting that I saw at the Minnesota State Fair the other day. I'm not a great enjoyer of the Minnesota State Fair with tens of thousands of people there a day going around, and basically what is an agricultural show, but much bigger than that these days. But I like to go up to Machinery Hill and look at all the old tractors. And well, I've been seeing these old pre-World War One tractors there for years, and I've never seen them work. But this time I was there, both the pre-World War One tractors were working, and it was quite the sight, I can tell you. So I'm going to share with you now some film of these pre-World War One tractors running at the Minnesota State Fair. Hope you enjoy.